said he'd prefer to go to the Colts. Indy proceeded to trade for a different veteran, Matt Ryan. Then Raiders backup Marcus Mariota got the vacant spot in Atlanta. Now, according to a new report, the Panthers have no interest in Baker, despite being squarely in the hunt for Deshaun Watson. Interesting, perhaps perilous situation for Baker. Shannon, what do you think happens to him now?
I think it's more likely that he goes into the season as your backup quarterback, and maybe somebody performs badly. He comes in, somebody gets dinged in camp, or gets dinged at some point during the season, and he takes over the starting job. Right now, I don't see a landing spot, and I've been racking my brain trying to find a landing spot where I think he can come in and be the incumbent starter.
Even Seattle?
That was the only thing, and they think, it seems to be like they're just hell-bent. They're hell-bent on just like going scorched earth. They're going to start from scratch, and they're going to regrow a set of crops. They're going to redo everything. Totally, it's almost like they're trying to erase the previous 10 years from existence in Seattle. But if Baker is who Skip Bayless tells me he is, I need to know why aren't teams lining up to get it? Now, I mean, I know the NFL, they get the 32 teams, they get all this information that pro football focus.
They don't need to go?
No. I don't pro football focus on the big publication, and I'm sure all these NFL teams get this publication. If Skip Bayless is right about Baker Mayfield, why aren't they lining up to get him? I need to know why.
Is it my turn?
Indianapolis Colts had a golden opportunity. They could have traded for him. Even after he said, I want to go to Indy. They said, nah, we're going to go with a 37, 38-year-old Matt Ryan. So in other words, they told you Matt Ryan was better than him. Normally, when you trade, you saw what happened with Russell Wilson. Goes to Denver, okay, we want the draft pick, but we also want your quarterback. We saw the same thing happen with Matthew Stafford when he was traded for Jared Goff. Seattle like, nah, we're good. It looks to me the Cleveland Browns is going to have to pay half or three-quarters of Baker's salary just to get him up out of there.
That's how it works.
That ain't how it works. That is not how it works.
Yep.
They didn't do that with Drew Lock. They didn't do that with Russell Wilson. They didn't do that with Jared Goff. They didn't do that with Matthew Stafford. I'm not going to let you come out here and fool the American people.
Matt Ryan.
This isn't baseball. This is not baseball where you pay a partial of the salary. Or basketball. In football, when you make a trade, you make a trade. So this notion, what you're trying to peddle now, that Cleveland might have to say.
I'm not trying to peddle it.
Yes, you are. Because what you're trying to do is say that this is normal operating procedure in the NFL. They pay half the salary and trade the player. This isn't baseball. This isn't basketball. It does not go down like that. Jimmy G still hasn't been moved, and he has more value than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying. This is what we know about Jimmy G.
Okay.
Jimmy G has taken a team to the NFC Championship game, and he's taken a team to the Super Bowl.
And then what happened?
No. So what happened with Baker? What happened with Baker? They publicly courted somebody while they had him on the roster. It's the equivalent of I got a head coach, and I'm out here courting another head coach. All like what happened with Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
So now, where's Baker going? Get him. The guy, hold on, a former #1 overall pick. He's the #1 quarterback, the #1 player quarterback that was selected. And seemingly in 5 years, nobody's seen who wants him.
Okay. Is it my turn now? Thank you. Finally. What position in this league do evaluators make the most mistakes at year after year after year? Quarterback. I always tell you, you can't win without a quarterback. And all I saw this kid do, my own two eyes, was when he finally got a shot as a rookie, he had 40 big-time throws according to Pro Football Focus that ranked 3rd in the NFL, and he only started 13 games that year. Got to play.
Did they win?
Well, they weren't very good at that. Oh, really? They won some games. They won half their games. Yeah.
The quarterback.
And then, speaking of winning, when he got on a roll, when he finally got Odell out from under his nose, where he was not Odell-centric anymore. He wasn't force-feeding the ball to Odell anymore after he went down, God bless him, at Cincinnati last year. What happened 2 years ago? He took off. I'm going to say it again. You keep trying to sweep it under your little rug over there. And the people who, not those blind witnesses out there who follow you, they're saying, yeah, you must be right about this. All he did was go 11 games. Did he win? Yeah, he won 8 of them. He went and won Cleveland's first playoff game in 26 years against the arch rival at Pittsburgh. You can't take it away from him. All he did was throw 20 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. And I will spare everybody. I got a whole tape of those 20 touchdowns. And they look slick to me because he is dealing. He is rocking and firing. He can do it in the pocket. He can do it outside the pocket. He throws with velocity and accuracy when he's healthy. And in game 2 this year, he got rocked and wrecked. He busted his shoulder. It got fractured and the labrum got torn. And the way I know that for sure is right after the season, a couple of days later, he actually went under the knife to have it repaired. He's not the biggest kid on the block, so he has to throw with whip, torque, body motion. And if he tears labrum, he's going to lose not only velocity, he's going to lose some accuracy. But last year, when he got on his roll, you were just quiet as a little church mouse over there. I couldn't get you to say boo about Baker Mayfield because he was going 8-3 and beating Pittsburgh in a playoff game. It was sensational because once he gets rolling, he will roll. He has intangibles just spilling out of him. And once he takes over a team with that chip on his shoulder, it will work. Well, right now, he got screwed because this happened so late. Well, it's so late in the process, everybody's committed to quarterback.
You said he was going to get him.
Well, I'm saying, if I were running a team right now, I'll start with the New York Football Giants. Help me out. Baker Mayfield or Daniel Jones right now. Baker would light up New York City. Just give it to him. Let's go.
That media would eat him.
No, he would eat him up.
He was bickering with the media in Cleveland.
Okay.
How is he going to handle New York City?
He would eat up with that team in that division. All of a sudden, I'd be in trouble in my division. You know it and I know it. Because locker rooms love him unless it gets split by Odell lovers.
So I'm just trying to figure out why would an organization says we want a grown-up at quarterback if the locker room loves it?
Yeah, well, and they went and got a grown-up. They got a guy who has 22 civil suits pending against him. Boy, that's a grown-up.
He can play.
Ooh, can he play? I'm way ahead of you on that. I said he's top 3. So if I can have Deshaun over Baker, I'm taking him any day or night. Way to go, Cleveland. They just risked a lot of money and a lot of draft picks.
Skip. Look, Aaron Rodgers has major flaws as far as leadership.
Okay.
He can play.
Yeah.
So you
Can he lead? Can he win? I don't know.
Your guy can't. I don't get. Skip, let's just say I concede everything you said is factual. It's true. That means 31 other teams should be lining up.
Okay, but they're all committed to their quarterbacks. But let's just take this list, shall we? I'll start on the AFC, which is absolutely spilling over with star quarterbacks right now. You love Tua, or at least you love past tense Tua. I love Baker more. I'm sorry. I'll take Baker will win more games than Tua will win for a franchise. I'm sorry.
You got to get on the team first.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, this is what I would do right here, right now. A lot of teams are committed. They're locked in. Mac Jones, I never loved him. I told you, you'll always be hoping. You'll always be looking at Mac Jones saying, God, if he could only, because he's only this good. You said he was the readiest to play, but the ready is only this good.
Right.
And you keep watching and say, wait a second, they went to Buffalo out in the wind and the cold, and wouldn't he throw like 3 passes? It's ridiculous. Right. I'll take Baker over Mac Jones. I'll take him over Zach Wilson with the Jets. I'm sorry. Baker is better than Zach Wilson. He will win you more games. Right now, Matt Ryan, we're going to talk about him in a few minutes here. Matt Ryan is just burned out. It's like he lost his way. He lost his confidence.
Matt Ryan is better than Baker Mayfield will ever be.
Okay, I'll take Baker. He will win more games. They made a mistake. I'm just saying, they made a mistake. I get it. It's meat and potatoes. He was the MVP 4 years ago. And then what happened? He was up 28-3. And he got knocked on his tail, and he couldn't get up off the mat, so to speak. Matt Ryan, you know how that happens? The magnitude of it is so severe, you can't recover from it, and he's never going to be quite the same as he was 4 years ago when he put up MVP caliber numbers, thanks to Julio and the receivers that he did have. Then it all went to hell in Atlanta.
But Skip, even after then, he may not have been an MVP. But Skip, last year was one of the first years that he didn't throw for 4,000 yards. It was one of the first years that he didn't have mid-20 to 30 touchdowns. Yes, it was a bad year, but no Ridley, no Julio.
I got it. Mitch Trubisky in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I'll take Baker. They already committed to Trubisky. They went and got him, they signed him. Good for them, but I'll take Baker over him. Davis Mills. I know they like him, but do they love him? I'll take Baker over Davis Mills.
Okay.
And Ryan Tannehill, I've said from before the draft, I said you just can't trust him. I'll take Baker over Ryan Tannehill right here, right now.
So let me ask you a question. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Pat Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, one of those guys become available. Do you think they're going to be looking for a job? How long do you think they'll be looking for a job?
Okay, well, they're really good. I got it.
You told me he's really good.
Yeah, well, he's top 10-ish. He's right on the edge of top 10.
He ain't top nothing.
Yes, he is.
He ain't top nothing.
Okay, I saw it with my own eyes, and you can't dispute
You
it.
saw 11 games.
Can't dispute it. I saw his whole rookie year, and you jumped on the bandwagon, and you're driving it saying, shake and bake, baby. You saw it. If this were just an Oklahoma thing, if all we had was, well, he did that at Oklahoma. No, he did it in Cleveland.
He did it for 11 games.
He won their first playoff game in 26 years. And they said, we got a chance to get Deshaun. Well, I'd do the same thing. I would jump through hoops to get Deshaun and hope that he stays on the straight and narrow from here on.
You know, Patrick Mahomes won the first game, won a playoff game for the Chiefs as a starting quarterback that was drafted by them in umpteenth years.
Okay, let's do the NFC, shall we?
Yeah.
I love Jalen Hurts, but I love Baker more. Baker's just better than Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz, walk it to him. Maloney, bounce it to him. Give it to him. I'll take Baker Mayfield over Carson Wentz any day or any Thursday night or Sunday night or Monday night, name it. Justin Fields, I haven't seen enough. Right now, Baker's better than Justin Fields. He may not be over the long haul, but I'd take him right now. Jared Goff is a shell of himself right now. I would take Baker over him. Kirk Cousins, I've never loved. I said he's Kirk Cousins from the start.
He ain't Baker Mayfield not better than
Yes, he is. He'll win more games than Cousins. He's just a better big game player. Look at what he would do to Baltimore. He'd go to Baltimore and throw for 3